Shout out to all my Orange Box goodness gangsters. It's your boy Ben Wayne. Welcome back to another episode of All Trains Considered. I'm back at the NJ High Railers layout. We got people packing up stuff, you know, taking things down everywhere. And then we also have Jim, who is unloading his locker.
Also in the process of packing up my stuff. As you can see, we're taking my lovely Gamble Centrals and we're gonna get them in the bin.
And by now they've seen the Gamble Central video.
Exactly.
You know, and hopefully that video inspired you guys to try and do some custom work on your own.
Absolutely. So just packing up, a little bittersweet, doing all of this. But hey, when one door closes, another door is going to open up for us. Yeah.
So after you pack up the Gamble Central, then you're just going to have 5 engines left in here?
Yeah, until the layout is fully unwired, you know, not working anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still going to need a fix.
So you already know that you're going to need to scratch that itch with something.
Every now and then. I'm going to say that the power to the layout will probably last through end of April, maybe even the beginning of May. So I'm going to leave these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 engines. I'm going to pack up these 2 engines today and, you know, come down on days off, bring a bin of trains and run them.
Yeah.
So
like I said, all types of stuff is being packed up. You know, the template stuff from the Snyder layout. I wanted to run the Snyder layout, but I got here too late and that's being packed up. So you have all these template boxes here. Felix is over here packing up.
Yeah. Putting everything away. It's our next journey.
Yeah, it's sad, really.
It is.
It's sad.
Never thought this day would come.
Yeah.
But we'll move on. It'll be better.
So yeah, just documenting everybody, putting in the work, packing things up a little bit. You got the track sections up as well. So a lot of the track, all the track from the staging facility that's inside this mountain, I showed you guys that in the full tour of this layout. Check that out if you haven't seen it already, but all that track has been removed. So there's no longer a staging facility that is set up. They are leaving the, I think, red, orange, and white lines up so they can still run some trains, but it's obviously, you know, not gonna be like it was. So it's gonna take quite some time to deconstruct all of this. No problem. So like I said, you know, you got the red and orange lines still here. You can still run trains there, but all this stuff is extensive. They're gonna have to take it all down. They're starting with like the trees. People are getting their engines that they just had sitting out. They're getting those up off the layouts. We had a couple people emptying the lockers already on the previous day I was here. So all this stuff is pretty much gonna be out of here by the end of September. At least that's what I've been told. So yeah, it's really, really sad to see this layout, which is pretty much museum quality, have to come down. Like Felix said, nobody thought that they would ever see the day where this would have to come down. It's really sad. So yeah, this is the Snyder template layout I wanted to run on this trip, but unfortunately, all the engines have been packed up. It's just sad. All right, that's the Soprano layout. We did a tour of that in the original video, and it's been moved from the office side of the building to here. because all the other layouts, there were 2 other layouts back there in the other room. If you remember that video, those have been, I think they've been sold. So this one is remaining. But yeah, there's still lots of work to do. All right, so we have Mike over here working on taking down the subway line, which seems to be an extremely tedious job. Mike, how long have you been going at it, man?
It's been here about 4 or 5 hours now.
4 to 5 hours now.
And I took down 20 foot of track.
So this elevated line extended all the way up here. You can see the sections he's taken apart here, stacked up neatly. The Atlas track has been removed as well. So did you help in installing this line?
Yes.
That's how you know where all the screws are, huh?
Yes, well, it doesn't take a genius to find out where all the screws are.
It doesn't take a genius, huh? But it does take somebody with patience, right?
That it does. It ain't no quick job.
Look at all this track that he's had to take apart just today. So are you going all the way around today? Because I noticed.
I'll go until I get tired and gotta go.
Boy,
That's tough to say. I got a couple hours yet.
you got a couple hours left in the tank?
Yep.
So you're taking down all the track. You're taking off the track here.
Yeah, did that yesterday.
So you started this yesterday, okay.
Started this yesterday from all the way down there where you see where the big bridge is.
Yes.
Took all these tracks off, all the tracks off, all the way around to there. Today I came in, started taking out the elevated structure down.
Jeez.
We're clearing this out so we can get all these buildings out without damaging.
Okay, so the goal is to get this up first, so that way you can remove the buildings, no damage.
Little by little, so this way we'll start working in. Then we'll get up to the top over there. This way we have a platform on over here to walk on to get the stuff up over there off. That's the game plan so far.
Yeah. How far do you think you're gonna make it today?
I should make it to the curve here today.
All right, so that's removing all the sections and neatly stacking them. Do you think, what about this mid-level here? You gonna get to this today?
Well, the tracks are off, but no, because we got to get buildings out of there. So
The
there's
buildings
no way
out of there.
No
So
way
it's
to
gonna
get
be
it out.
removing that section, buildings, then removing this section, probably.
Yep. We were here the other day to go, well, underneath here, you can't see it, but underneath this mountain here,
The staging area has
Staging
been
area.
completely removed.
took the
I
tracks
don't know
up.
if I can
Well, you can crawl.
get them a view of that.
That's kind of tough because we buried that in the mountain for that reason.
Yeah, I don't know if I can get y'all a view of that, but
But yeah, you can later on, you can go underneath the layout and just pop her right over there, see what a little
Yeah.
opening it is.
yeah. But you guys can see all the track's been removed. I
Yep.
went under there for the layout tour, so they're familiar with it.
Oh, yeah?
But all that track has been removed.
Yeah, we did
so.
that Wednesday when we were here.
So you guys are putting in that work, man.
Hey, unfortunately, we just got to the layout where it was having fun, where we can run trains instead of working on a layout. So now,
Yeah.
So now we're just taking it all apart, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's very sad.
A lot of work here. That's coming down. That's coming with us. I was over there when we took that down at Grand Central.
Oh, man.
And we put, well, like I said, I've been here about 20 years, so most of the stuff that you see here, I had a hand in kind of fixing it, getting it together, putting it up, whatever we want to call it.
All
Most of
right.
the stuff I built myself here, the kitchen over there, the walls up there, storeroom up over there.
Yeah, so you put some blood, sweat, and tears and love
I
into
got a
it.
little bit of time in here, a little
just
bit
a
of
little
time.
bit, just a little bit. So,
Just a tad.
so the time you're taking this down is nothing compared to what you poured into it, really. Yeah.
As they say, it is what it is.
It is what it
It
is.
is what it is. But at least the only good part, if we do wind up buying the other building, we don't have to worry about moving again.
You don't have to worry about moving ever again,
Again.
and you can build it the way you want it. You
Yep.
know. Hopefully, better layout system. There's always ways to improve stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You know?
yeah. Only unfortunate, you'll never see a layout like this. This is 165 foot.
Never see a layout like this again.
Nothing like this.
And that's why I'm documenting every bit of it that I can, because
Yeah.
never seeing this again.
No.
All right,
There's
Mike.
a lot of creative guys that did all the scenery and stuff.
Yeah.
That's all, we made all we made all that stuff. We had little
Yeah.
moles, Pastel Paris, we made that mountain. Stuck them all together. Yeah, so
Jeez.
yeah, it's not a good thing.
Yeah. Well,
Kinda
thanks for your
sad.
time, man,
No-
and your
no
thoughts,
problem.
man. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Back to the subway line, you can see all the track has been removed on the back end section here as well. That's a lot of track. Switch is still in place, but oh, looks like they got the bottom too. Started removing track on the bottom. So I shot that layout tour just in the nick of time. Lots of work being done. They're honestly moving faster than I thought they would be to meet the deadline. Let's see what's going on down here. Hey, how's it going?
How are you?
Pretty good. Just shooting some video of
What's left?
what's left and what's coming down, and just,
It's all coming down.
yeah, what are your thoughts about it? How do you feel about it?
It's sad, but nothing lasts forever.
Yeah, nothing lasts forever.
Hopefully, we get a place in Booton. It'll be a little smaller, but we'll still, get up.
Yeah,
Get anywhere.
it's a mass effort to take this stuff down.
Yeah. Well,
But
I think what we're going to do is salvage as much as we can, but the actual platform that'll go in the dumpster, and we'll build a new one.
probably, hopefully, I guess better and
Yeah, it'll be better, and also this is a very complicated layout. I mean, you can see all the switches and tracks. So hopefully, it won't be too complicated.
okay. Yeah. I heard somebody sawing. I heard a saw down here. That wasn't you.
No, it could be the guys outside.
Could be down there. Okay, could be down there. So you're doing the tree removal, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm working on now.
Okay.
The trees I can reach,
Yeah, yeah.
and then what we'll do is, we'll take these, recycle them.
Okay. Well, you could salvage almost all the trees,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, the trees are a sure thing. But what about all the buildings? The buildings, will that fit?
Some of them will.
You know.
Some of them will not, and the ones that don't, we'll sell.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
But I mean, there's some real works of art here. I mean, if you look at some
Honestly. Yeah, the detail that just went into this piece alone,
Right.
then the boat itself. That's high level detail that anybody would appreciate on their layouts. You got somebody working on the boat there. I mean,
Yeah, just alter, even down here, there's all sorts of stuff.
yeah, these are highly detailed pieces. Everything really. So all this has to be packed away and transported extremely carefully, obviously. I feel like I could break something just by looking at it,
That's why when I'm over here, I'm really careful what I'm doing.
Right.
But if you look at some of the stuff, I mean, this is obviously an engine.
Yeah.
This is the hull of the boat.
This is stuff that just can't be bought.
Right.
And if a manufacturer like Woodland Scenics made it, it would be like $400 a piece or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Easily.
You a train collector?
Yeah, I do a little bit of old scale collecting myself. I'm into trains a little bit, and I appreciate the hobby as well. So I visited this layout maybe 3 or 4 times, and I'm visiting with my friend Jim, Jim Gam, and I just wanted to see it again. Yeah.
Do you take videos professionally or just as a hobby?
Just as a hobby. So I have a YouTube channel where, like, I did a layout tour, and I just wanted to document it, and I uploaded that to YouTube, and people saw it. I think it got like 30,000 views, and
Wow.
a lot of people came to your last show that you guys did because they saw it, and they said, they saw it on video, and they wanted to see it in person,
Right.
Before it all came down.
The
So,
crazy thing about it is, I'm going through and I'm pulling off trees. There's some items that I've been on this layout a million times. There's some things that I'm seeing for the first time.
that's how detailed it is. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is. So imagine how somebody like me feels. I've only been here a handful of times.
Right.
You've been here way more than I have, and you're saying you're seeing things for the first time.
Yeah. So is that what you do professionally?
Oh, professionally, I'm an aerospace engineer.
Oh, really?
Right? Yeah. That's what I do professionally.
Wow.
This is just something the
Do you
trains.
do you work for NASA?
I used to be employed by NASA. Yes. Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Yep. And then I worked at Lockheed Martin for a while. So
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, the real thing.
Yeah, the company I just retired. The company I worked for, we worked with NASA,
Mm-hmm.
the Kennedy Space Center.
Mm-hmm.
We made, digest space shuttles,
Okay.
and we used to sell them, down there, and a lot of rockets. And
Cool. Yeah, I have a lot of friends who were on the shuttle program before that got canned, and they moved on to other things. I did satellite operations at NASA Goddard Space Flight,
Sure.
NASA Goddard's facility in Greenbelt, Maryland. So yeah,
And Lockheed Martin.
Lockheed Martin was in Georgia.
Yeah.
So I worked in the building where they did the C-130 and F-22.
I had we had a license with Lockheed Martin,
Mm-hmm.
and I flew down to Fort Worth and
Okay.
went through the whole factory where they were making the F-35.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, we actually did the center fuselage portion of the F-35 in Marietta.
Okay.
So they would build parts of it and then ship it down over to Fort Worth.
Right.
Yeah, and then the F-22 we did in Marietta, and C-130 they still producing
Still
that.
making,
Yep. So I was the propulsion engineer on the C-130.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I worked on any changes to the nacelle area and the turbine. I worked with Rolls-Royce.
Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah.
Well, ours was sophisticated, or we were in toys, hobbies.
Mm-hmm.
We made commercial aviation planes. That was our biggest scale models.
Mm-hmm.
From 1 to 500 scale up to 1 to 100 scale.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
mostly commercial aviation.
Mm-hmm.
Like Airbus and Boeing.
Okay. Yeah, I got friends at Boeing too. Yeah, so I went to Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University in Daytona
okay.
Beach. So it's like
Yeah.
most of the people I know are somewhat either in it or affiliated, associated with it. So, yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. So I'm just here chilling out with my buddy Jim.
We're gonna give him a little bit more content
Yeah.
What's the
before,
name of
before
your
it's truly
YouTube
dismantled.
So I'm Ben's Trains on YouTube.
Okay.
Just type in Ben's Trains. I'll pop up. And my name is Ben.
Okay.
And it's
I'm Gene.
nice to meet you, man. Nice to meet you. Yeah. So I just enjoy the hobby like everybody else. I probably don't collect on the level that you guys do, but yeah.
It's something for us older guys who are used to growing up with this stuff. And what I did, I had it, then I got away from it, and then a few years ago I started back up again.
Okay.
And a lot of guys do that.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thanks for taking the time to talk with me and
Oh, no problem.
just share your thoughts on the layout and your appreciation of the hobby, man.
Yeah, I just want to make sure we preserve what we can and get it to the new layout. And
Yeah.
hopefully that'll work out. It's up in Boonton, New Jersey, which is 15 minutes from my house.
Okay.
So
That'll work out for you,
Yeah.
It'll be a while before you guys have an open house, obviously, but
Yeah,
putting down the work where you can run trains as quickly as possible.
yeah, that's what we want to do.
That's key.
You know, get it up and running, and
Uh-huh.
that way we can, you know, slowly put the layout, buildings, and landscaping back.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, you got to plan the layout, the track work, and
The electrical work.
oh my gosh, the electrical work. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I would want nothing to do with the electrical component.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have no
We
idea.
got plenty of electricians around here.
yeah,
Plenty of 'em.
Yeah, we got plenty of electricians, and my layout at home, I keep, you know, try to keep it basic.
uh-huh,
It's not too complicated, two switches here and there. But,
yeah,
and all the buildings I have are lit, and I do some landscaping. But, you know, that's pretty much it.
yeah. When you have access to this, you really don't need to have like a complex. Yeah, yeah. All right, well, I'll let you get back to work. I don't want to slow you down.
Ben's Trains.
Ben's Trains, yeah.
Okay.
Just type in Ben's Trains on YouTube. It should come up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
You into cars at all?
Very little.
Okay. I got a separate channel on cars where I review different types of cars. But yeah, Ben's Trains.
Yeah, I just drive them. The thing that
That's
bothers
fair.
me is with the technology of new cars,
Uh-huh.
it's like driving a computer and not a car.
That is correct. That is a correct assessment. I could talk all day about that.
I mean, I bought I have an Audi, and, you know, I finally went back to the dealer and said, you know, this, and this. And then something got screwed up
Uh-huh.
so they reset the whole thing. They had to reload the software in it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, shit. You know,
What model do you have?
I have a Q5.
Q5. Okay, the SUV. Yeah.
And it's got
Mhm.
it's got everything in it.
Uh-huh.
And you know, man, I'm sort of saying, you know, next time we're just going to maybe get the basic one.
Yeah. What year do you have?
2024.
2024. Okay. I'm familiar with it. Yeah. All right.
It's a nice car,
It's nice.
but I don't know if I'll be getting another because it's made in Mexico.
Oh, yeah. All right, man.
Okay.
Good talking to you. What you got going on, Jim? Oh boy, they cleared out over here too. Look. They're clearing out a lot of stuff. This used to be packed with detailed figures and cars. Oh, man. Boy, by the time I make it back up this way, it's not going to be nothing left, man.
No. I'm telling you, a week from now, it's going to be totally different. 1 week from now.
Jeez. This is one of the last.
I will be there.
You have a table, you're just going to...
No, we're just going to walk around. Just going to walk around.
I'll be there.
You gonna go to Howard's? You gonna go to Howard's Deli before?
To where?
The deli before? Howard's Deli?
No.
No. It's that crazy breakfast lunch place right there in Edison.
Oh, inside.
Yeah, it's not. It's like right. It's down the street from the actual expo. Yeah, it's a restaurant.
Okay. So you run into Gamble Central, one of the last times on the club layout, man.
Oh yeah.
Man, at the rate they're going, this track may be gone next.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You saw him working on the subway line.
Oh yeah.
It's already. He took all the track up on the far side there as well.
Virtually gone.
It's virtually gone. Yeah.
Virtually gone. We're gonna have a little fun with this one. Like Gamble Central and a New York Central.
All right.
Something different. Something different. Actually, can you do me a favor? Can you go up top?
Okay.
And, turn on the white line?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I don't think so. Never mind.
What?
You don't have to turn on it.
Look, man, if I want to feel useless, Jim, I could have stayed home for that.
Okay.
You want to make me feel useless?
So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go up to the top.
Uh-huh.
You see the poster of the layout on the wall?
Yeah.
Underneath it is a light switch.
Okay.
That's your first button.
A poster of the layout on the wall.
See how you do.
Oh, you gonna see how I do. You ain't got to do me like that, Jim. If I don't do well, just edit it out. I control the narrative. You said there's a light switch up here? Okay. On the panel? Yeah.
Turn all of them on. Every one of them.
Turn all of them on.
Turn them all on.
All right. All right.
Okay, so even the bottom one's on, all of them are on.
What about this one that's black?
Flip it up.
It goes over, it doesn't go up.
All right, then leave it alone.
Okay.
So these are two off. Okay, so now you go over to the white line.
The white line. Uh-huh.
Push it over.
Okay. Both handles are up on the white line.
You missed the button. Something's not lit.
All right, I'm gonna flip that one switch.
Yeah. Now, hold on. There should be lights on both of those edges. Let's see.
Everything's on, man.
Yeah, why isn't... Let me just check this. Lights up. Up, up, up. Yeah, everything's up. Yeah, that's interesting.
See, I did it right. It wasn't on me. You see, let the record show that's not on me, man.
All right, let me go back down.
Yeah,
It's fine here, yeah. All right.
I'll stay right here.
Yeah, you're all right. Yep, you're good.
All right, so it's been about 10 or 15 minutes and Jim is still trying to figure out why the power to the white line isn't working.
Wait a minute.
We-
All of the lines.
We've determined that it is in fact not my fault,
No, it's not your fault.
even though he's looking for people to accuse. We have this control board lifted. I was holding this for like 5 minutes. It's heavy. And then I was like, Jim, what is this for? I said, it's to prop it up, isn't it? Come on, man.
All right. Let's head down.
All right, we're going to head down. All right, so it's been about another 10 or 15 minutes or so, and Jim can't get the white line working. We don't know why. Jim, you got any thoughts? Or
I just think with the dismantling process that's going on, I believe they may have, just
inadvertently?
not so much inadvertently. Like I said, we're trying to take out track in certain areas. Wire may have been in the way. They just maybe disconnected wire and just didn't reconnect it. So currently, all of our main lines are down. But it's an easy fix. But not today.
Yeah, hopefully somebody's willing to fix it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is just a casual video. If you guys made it this far, I definitely appreciate you watching. If you were looking for a happy video, I'm sorry, this one ain't it. So until next time, I'm Ben Wayne, the Train Collector's Train Collector. Thanks for joining me on another episode of All Trains Considered. I'm out.